Previously on Plotty Time.
I skipped over High Fidelity. I was like, I ain't watching that.
I mean, that's not bad either. I mean, John Cusack doesn't make a bad movie.
True, exactly.
Turned to the camera and literally winked at it twice.
Yeah. It was really long.
Yeah, she probably doesn't know how to wink. Like they taught her right before they shot it.
Anything. I kind of assumed it was the same time period as the book.
I thought it was the same time period as 12 Monkeys.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
Throughout history, the ass kickers have always known carpentry. Jesus Christ, Harrison Ford.
And on the other side of the table, Dr. Syintist.
200 channels and nothing but cats.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, AK-47, the very best there is, when you absolutely positively gotta kill every motherfucker in the room, except no substitutes. Welcome to Plotty Time. So, this week, we'll start every week with the correction crevice, and I have to say, we nailed it again last week, guys. Not a single thing.
Oh my God, we are
It's hard to believe.
too good. It's true.
Well, I mean, the only one making mistakes before was Poppascotch, so.
Oh.
We spent a block of last week debating the correction crevices and adding new entries, so I just ignored that part, and now, and that we're perfect. We nailed it. We 100%.
Fucking
Nice.
A.
And so I guess we'll get into our normal everyday segment, which is what we play, what we do, what we watch, and we always start with the Dr. Syintist.
Well, I watched a lot of Voyager, and I watched this fantastic film called Splice.
Seen it.
No, it's terrible. It's absolute garbage.
I saw it in the theater.
Why?
I don't know.
I've never seen a movie that didn't know what it was doing more than this movie.
Is that little, monkey-looking alien thing? It's got a tail and...
I mean, if you consider having a tail monkey looking.
Pretty much.
Okay, then yes,
Well,
it
it's
is.
humanoid with a tail.
Yeah, and then it eventually gets wings and has sex with its mom and dad. And
That's when the movie lost me.
Oh,
when my
when she-
boy started fucking it.
well,
that
it
was
kind of lost me when it went all hostile, and she was operating on it while it was still alive. And
I don't remember that part. I gotta watch it again.
no, you
Yeah, me
shouldn't.
too.
It's terrible. I was very upset at watching that. And I played an unhealthy amount of Persona 5.
Oh, you liking it or what?
Yeah, I probably got 30 hours in this week.
Didn't you say last week you were going to put in here or there, do it a little bit?
Yeah, but it's good.
All right.
It's got that.
Get into it.
It's got that addiction.
I worked 50 hours and did this 30 hours, so that's about it.
Scratching it.
Yeah,
Itch.
yeah. The balls need a little bit of scratching. Little fondle.
Is that what sound it makes when?
Oh, yeah. You obviously haven't had a good ball fondle. What about you, Poppascotch? You ain't getting ball fondles. What else are you doing?
They just don't make that sound. I don't.
It's not the balls that make the sound. It's the fondler.
Is it a clown? Are you dating a clown?
I wish.
He treats
Most
me
of
right.
Most of them have it better than you do, so you'd be dating up.
The squirting flower and the lapel is never getting old.
Okay. Did you watch? Is that? I don't even know if it's out yet. The Lower Decks.
No, because I was playing Persona.
Is that
I wanted
the animated one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wanted to,
I've heard good things.
and then I didn't.
Is it a comedy?
It looks kind of comedy-ish, yeah. Which is weird for Star Trek.
Yeah, but it might be neat.
Yeah. One of these days I'll watch it.
Fair enough.
I figured it's in your wheelhouse of Star Trek.
Yeah. I will let you know when I do.
Great. Is that all? Is that all you got this week?
That's it. I mean, I just
done?
want to talk about Persona 5.
Nope, sure don't. Anyway, so then my turn.
Yeah, go ahead, Scotchy. Tell us what you did.
I hope it has a lot to do with Stadia.
No,
Sold
I
it.
did play though. I played the game we're going to talk about this week a little bit via the
Ooh.
PlayStation Now service.
Oh, I did see you playing that.
Yep. It's we'll get into it more. We'll get into it a lot actually. But I played that. I barely touched the Division 2. I'm very proud of myself.
I'm still not.
I'm working. It's like an addiction. You know, you can't just stop doing heroin one day. It's a step down.
That's exactly what you
Yeah,
do.
you can perfectly do that.
You'll step down from heroin.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it down to the amount of times I try heroin a day.
You know, you gotta step off the heroin. You know, it's a sliding scale.
Oh, okay.
You do less heroin every time. Come on, come on. Don't be an idiot. So I did I played a little bit of the Division 2. I played this. What else? I started going through the collectible run for The Last of Us 2.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
miserable,
good
I'm
times.
sure.
There are just so many of them.
Are there missables?
There are missables, but there's also chapter select. So if you really miss it, you can just reload the chapter. It's not that bad. But just to tell you how many fucking collectibles there are, the video that has every single collectible in the game you need for a trophy is an hour and 48 fucking minutes long.
What is that? 200 collectibles?
What is it? Just
Like
probably shows
236, I think.
10 seconds of each
Yeah,
collectible.
it probably shows half a minute, maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. So I think I'm like a half hour in. I got some work to do.
Are you watching it and then doing what they do?
Yeah.
Loser.
That sounds fun.
Then that way I don't miss anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I
the
thought
playing
that's what you're supposed to do.
the playing must be riveting.
The playing is just, it's boring. Especially because I have it on, it doesn't matter what difficulty it's on, so I have it on super duper baby easy. So there's no like sneaking around anymore. Everything's just a straight up firefight, and I
There's
kill
not
everything
even
immediately.
guns.
Yeah, so that's been just fucking great. I didn't watch much. The only thing I really got into was Supernatural.
Oh, you're getting into it now.
Yeah, I think I am 10 episodes into season 2.
I'm starting to pick up, huh?
Got a convert.
It is, but it's still very episodic.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, a bigger storyline emerges.
It's a lot like X-Files that way.
I think the last one I saw was the Croatoan one, where the town just got a demon virus and then disappeared.
Yeah.
That was it.
Oh,
That was
you're
the
that
last one I
far
saw.
already.
Yeah,
I didn't.
like
That's season 2?
yeah, almost like halfway through it.
Wow.
I'm getting there.
I got to watch it again to get the timeline down right.
Yeah, you should watch the entire thing again, all 15 seasons. This show, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. It's getting a little like the formula's getting a little tired, but you keep saying it gets way better, so I'm sticking with it.
Are you a Sam girl or a Dean girl?
Ooh, Dean girl all the way.
Oh yeah, you know what you're talking about then.
Man, you guys are so lame.
The heart wants what it wants, Chump Slap. What am I supposed to tell you?
That's fair.
You know.
I don't kink shame.
So that's really all I watched and played. So what about you there, Chump Slap? What have you been playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Well, I had a slow week myself. Watched a bunch of Sunny, up to season 9 now.
Jesus Christ, weren't you on like 4 last week?
6.
No.
Yeah.
3? Yeah, half hour. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, there's only like 12 episodes a season. That's not that
Yeah,
much.
and then I put it on and I fall asleep and wake up
Start the
6
episode
episodes later.
Yep, that definitely happens.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm good at sleeping.
Yeah, you're nailing it.
Every week, A+.
Yeah, but I'm still addicted to this Minecraft thing.
Oh, do you have bees now?
No, I'm going to do that later today.
Oh, nice.
But I have a cactus farm that feeds into my bamboo farm to make green dye. It's so deep, I can't get into it. right now.
Yeah, it sounds complicated.
See, that's where I'd look at it and say, yeah, I'm not even going to bother. Like, that seems like a lot of steps to get to where you are.
What do the bees even do?
They make honey.
Okay. Okay.
You have to have flowers around them so they can pollinate and make honey.
Can they then be used as a weapon?
No, but if you attack their hives, they come after you.
You should be able to make bee bombs wrapped in coconuts.
Yeah.
I wish I could get... There's no coconuts.
Not yet.
Yeah.
It's true. There
It's a
might
year
be
12
sometime.
expansion coming out.
I'm pretty sure they're past 12.
Whatever, you're 18. Who cares?
Yeah. I don't know. It's fucking old. But I did that. I also made a shortcut to the end portal through the nether.
That's how you know you're balling.
Yeah, I don't want to brag.
So fucking cool.
Hashtag humble brag.
Yeah, but I haven't played anything else. I don't know. It's kind of one of those lulls
Yeah.
for me.
Everybody's just playing games they have downloaded that they didn't play yet.
Yeah, exactly. Or games that they played multiple times over again.
Those comfort games, you go back to and... Or as I like to call them, the Division 2 games. Where you go back and you know what you're getting, and you just play it to kill time, probably while intoxicated.
You should probably No, never mind. I was going to tell him to start playing Stadia so we can actually finally get his review of it.
I still have to finish Guilt. I should get into that. That's like every review of Stadia says the one exclusive or game worth playing on the service is Guilt. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll play the one game for it.
Yeah.
I fucking pay for it.
Yeah,
Why not,
exactly.
right?
Might as well try it out. But other than the usual, I watched a couple movies. Watched Palm Springs.
What'd you think?
That's
What I thought too.
It's overhyped. People
Never even heard of it.
Yeah, you did.
I talked about it.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Well, if he said it, then I definitely didn't hear about it.
The one with Jake Peralta, Andy Samberg, and he's like Groundhog Day in it.
Oh,
at his
okay.
wedding.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was fine, but I don't
Yeah.
think it was as great as everyone said. It was the most. It was how do I forget? It's the
Okayest.
highest selling movie ever at Cannes.
Yeah. It was the
Not
most
Cannes.
expensive.
Con.
No,
God.
no, the other one.
South by
in
Southwest.
Utah.
No, Sundance.
There it is. Highest selling movie ever at Sundance, and I was like, really for that? Like,
Yeah.
Really? That?
Yeah.
yeah.
For this average ass movie. I mean, it wasn't even that funny.
Isn't it supposed to be a comedy?
Yeah. It's a comedy
Well, I mean,
love story.
being funny is what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
I don't have her name in front of me, but I liked the female lead. I forget
Yeah,
what
she
her
was
name
good.
is.
But
She was very good.
I don't know.
Martha Stewart.
Yes.
That's it.
There you go. But it was all right. I watched this movie called Brutal Massacre.
Is it about a brutal massacre?
No, it's about a guy who makes horror movies, but it's like a mockumentary
The Sixth Sense?
where
Oh no, I've heard of this movie.
yeah,
I just remember it being terrible when it came out, so I imagined it hasn't gotten better with
Oh,
time.
it's a mockumentary. Okay.
yeah, it wasn't good. I was like, okay, I'll give it a go because it looks
Because Brutal Massacre sounds like it'll be good.
yeah, and then it's like, oh, it's a mockumentary of this old horror movie guy who makes shitty horror movies, and he's making a comeback with this Brutal Massacre movie, and everything goes wrong, and
Ugh.
Riveting.
yeah, Palm Springs was better.
This time of year in the COVID epidemic?
Oh, and the female lead, her name was Kristen. I don't know how to pronounce Milioti. 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 She was great. Good for her. Anyway, like you were saying there.
Yeah, she was good. She was good. But other than that, I guess I'll have to give the slapper of the week.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give it to Trace.
Race. Oh wait. Okay, we got to guess.
Yeah.
Dr. Scientist.
All
I'm
right.
gonna guess
You can go
it's
first.
about a haunted spirograph.
I wish. Damn.
All right.
Would have been sweet.
Trace. It's about a killer who doesn't leave any traces behind. And it turns out it's a demon. I'm going to go with demon until it's one of them.
Whoa.
Nice. Solid guess.
You guys are close. It is a demon,
Nice.
Oh, nice.
but it has nothing to do with Spirograph. I'm sorry.
Well, that's his guess.
Fuck.
It's about what's it called? EVP, electronic voice phenomenon.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Where they record and then
Yeah.
ask
Oh, the
questions.
made up
and-
thing, you mean?
No, depends who you ask.
It's some pretty serious ghost haunting shit.
some serious. I forgot you were the ghost expert, Poppascotch.
Don't belittle his favorite hobby.
His kink.
But it's just a bunch of kids who are like, oh, we're going to fuck around with EVP. And then they summon some fucking demon. And he's like, oh, I'm going to kill everybody.
Oh, so the
Dope.
trace was the thing left on the recording.
Yeah.
I knew it was something like that.
And then they have to get a hold of this other famous EVP dude who knows about this demon.
So it's a lot like The Gate that way. Or the movie you watched that was really bad. Was it The Gate?
I don't know. I watched so many bad movies.
With the little miniature demon guy that grants wishes.
I thought, wasn't The Gate? No, I'm thinking of The Ninth Gate, which was a fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
So The Ninth
good.
Gate is amazing, yes.
I think The Gate was like an 80s.
Yeah,
Like-
the things turn to shit after you wish for them.
Yes.
So it's a lot like that. Was that The Gate?
You guys just want to watch The Gate after this?
No.
All right, Trace, then The Gate. Double feature.
And then Splice.
Oh, there we go.
And then Split.
Ooh.
Man, it just gets worse and worse and worse.
And then what was the Spaghetti Man one?
Spaghetti Man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right,
Which
then.
was actually
That
good. Fuck you. Watch that.
That was pretty on the nose. All right. Slapper of the week. You heard it here first. Trace.
Yeah, well, I just didn't watch that many movies, so
Yeah.
I had to give it to something.
You had to start your bamboo farm. It's understandable.
So would you then say this is lower on the scale of slaps?
Yeah, it barely slipped.
Well,
in.
I think you're belittling the slappiness.
No. It's not slappy. It's not really that slappy. If you're a super fan of the slaps, you're gonna be
Hardcore
disappointed.
slapper will be disappointed.
If you're like deep into slap culture,
Yeah.
like you watch it as a completionist thing, but it's
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah,
not
well-
the slappiest slap.
Yeah,
So-
if you want a real slappy one, go watch like something. Like,
But if you're not that deep into it, take the
Sorry
week
to
off.
Bother You or something, because that's
That
slappy as
ooh,
hell.
that is slappy as fuck. I don't think have you used that as a slapper of the week? Well, now you just wasted it.
Well, I used it. I talked about watching it before. So.
That was a movie that was not at all about what I thought it was going to be about.
No, it's very good though.
I enjoy it.
I just watched it again this week.
Which movie?
Sorry to Bother You. It's about this guy who gets a job at a telemarketer thing and works his way up to the top floor, and then there's some weird like modern day slavery shit going on.
Oh,
And
capitalism.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. It slaps. It slaps.
It
as
slaps
fuck.
pretty hard.
Slappy as fuck.
Sorry to bother you.
Yes, it's a little long to be a slapper, so
It's like 95 minutes or something like that. It's on the high end.
yeah. But there you have it.
Anyway, I guess, how about you guys want to hear some video game news? I got some news we can talk about.
Oh,
Is it
how
good
much
news?
bullshit you got?
Only one piece of bullshit. It's a slow week for bullshit, believe it or not.
Sure was, wasn't it?
Slow bullshit week.
Well, there was a lot of bullshit, just not gaming bullshit.
Yeah, really.
Right. The big headline news of the week is that Rocksteady, the makers of the Batman games, like Arkham Asylum and Arkham Knight, I think they did all of them, right?
Probably.
Sounds
Anyway,
about right.
they're making a Suicide Squad game. That's their next project.
Ooh.
A bigger announcement will be coming out shortly, or maybe has already released. I don't know how time works. So, I assume it'll be good. I hope it'll be good.
Well, the last couple Batman games weren't really great.
I wanted to love Arkham Knight. I really did, but then the tank, dude. The tank.
I stopped playing as soon as the tank started.
What the
this
hell's
is
the
dumb.
tank?
The
Like, you
Batmobile.
could take control of a bat tank, and you have tank fighting sections.
Oh, that's stupid as hell.
Like a lot of them. Too many.
They tried something
many.
new and it backfired.
Yep. But they're going to make a Suicide Squad game. Not much is known about it. They just announced it's happening and have like a teaser image right now. But have you guys seen the Suicide Squad movie?
Don't plan on it.
Sadly, yeah.
I know it wasn't good. And I know it wasn't bad to the point it was actually fun. But I felt like there was a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah, they could use it. I mean,
There was like a couple drafts away from being like a pretty solid movie.
yeah, it
You
could
could say that about any movie.
Not about Trace.
It sounded like it was a fantastic movie as it was.
I'm telling you guys, add a spirograph. Change the whole narrative.
Yeah, but if you're a Suicide Squad, you're not Batman. You can't fly. You don't have gadgets where you can fly around the fucking city and shit.
No, but that might be interesting that Batman as like the big boss.
Yeah, but what? You just walk around the city?
I don't know, man. I don't even know who's in the Suicide Squad. They got
The Joker.
and Harley Quinn and that crocodile bro.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you can swim underwater.
And that guy from the animated series that's like, I lured Batman into a cave once and I threw a rock at him.
Sandman? I don't know.
there it is.
Do you guys ever see that Robot Chicken sketch where it's like He-Man and he's like talking to Skeletor, and then Beastman like throws his axe and it hits He-Man in the back and it kills him.
No.
And Skeletor's like, "What did you do?" And he's like, "I thought he'd dodge it or block it or something."
No, never seen it.
You should watch it. Watch it later.
Is that show still going on? That's an underrated show, I feel.
Yeah,
It has its moments.
It's hit and miss, one of those.
He's crying about Padme again.
Well, it's hit or miss, but at the same time, it's 15 minutes and there's like 40 sketches in it. Like if one misses, it's like 2 seconds later and it's a new one.
Most one-sided fist fights is probably one of the greatest.
Oh,
animated
dude,
stitches.
I think I could be wrong, but I think that's the same episode where Optimus Prime gets prostate cancer.
It could be.
He transforms into a fucking coffin when he dies. So there's some good stuff in that show,
Yeah,
There's
you're right,
some
right.
stuff worth exploring. So, other video game news. That was like the big headline newsy news
really?
thing. Yeah, it's a slow week for news, guys. The other thing is Control, the second expansion, AWE or AW, is coming August 27th.
Which are altered world events.
Oh, yeah.
This kind of works into this. I'll go with it. But the second piece of news I have for Control is Remedy's next game will be tied to Control and Alan Wake. So these two movies take place in the same universe, I guess.
So is that like the way Control was tied to Alan Wake, where they're not related at all and just in the same world?
Yes.
I think so.
Because
Probably
that's like
something.
L.A. Noire is related to Call of Duty.
No, but it's going to be like the third one's going to pull them all together, just like Unbreakable.
And Split.
I couldn't think of the second one.
What day does that come out?
That is just been announced that it's going to have something to do with them. The DLC comes out August 27th.
Oh, maybe they just explain that now because
Like
there's something in the DLC about it.
A week from when this episode comes out.
That's what I think it is. I think it's going to be a lead-in
Yeah.
to opening up a realm of possibility with.
Kind of like the way the new Borderlands 2, the last Borderlands 2 DLC
Yes.
was.
Right. Yeah, in Control, I guess we can spoil it. It's been over a year since this game came out, but in Control there are Alan Wake, what do they call the items?
Altered items?
Altered items. Yes, there
Or
it is.
something like that.
Yeah.
There's two of them are from Alan Wake.
So if you never played Alan Wake,
Yeah.
you
I
would
missed
never
those.
know.
Yeah.
No, you'd never fucking know. No.
Is it
And
the
obviously
typewriter?
none of us played it because
The stop sign.
TV.
I think I
The
might
anchor.
own it.
There you go.
I still don't know how the anchor made clocks.
Anyway, so that's our Control news of this week. Another sort of correction, but not really thing, Xbox has come out for a little bit of clarification. Do you remember us talking about how Xbox Live might be going away and multiplayer would be free?
Yeah.
Xbox shut that shit down fast.
They're like, no, you're still paying.
They're like, yeah.
He's just not going to get Xbox Live anymore.
Well, here, you know what? I will read you their quote, and you tell me how this interprets. And I quote, "The update to Xbox Online service in the Microsoft Services Agreement refers to the underlying Xbox service that includes features like cross saves and friend requests. This language update is intended to distinguish that underlying service and the paid Xbox Live Gold subscription. There are no changes being made to the experience of the service or Xbox Live Gold."
Oh, so you can get friend requests without having Xbox Live.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess they had to change the wording in the agreement so that it's clear that you can still have friend lists and you can still have cross saves without. Well, I think that's what. Who knows? But they're like, yeah, you're paying. You're not getting online for free, you pieces of shit.
Damn it. Well, it doesn't matter to me.
No, me neither. But now I have. You guys ready for some bullshit?
Oh.
Always the best
Bring
part
it
of the
on.
episode.
All right, get in here. Get closer. Get in here. Unfortunately, there was no video game bullshit to report on, so I went with the second best, Magic the Gathering bullshit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well, this could be one of many things.
Yeah, you're going to tell me how bad the $100 packs are?
Or the delays in all the things they're making.
Yeah, right.
Wouldn't it would suck if you guys actually nailed it, and I was like, fuck.
I was trying
I got
to.
nothing. No, but the first card from Magic the Gathering Zendikar Rising expansion has leaked online.
Oh, I did not see this. Spoil it for me, Poppascotch.
Land.
Of
It
course,
is
Zendikar.
called Crawling Barrens.
Tap for colorless.
I don't. There's a lot of symbols on here. I don't understand what they are.
Yeah, and it's probably a man land, colorless after the Eldrazi destroyed it.
Man, this is gonna be fun. So I don't know what a lot of these symbols mean.
All right, this will be the best part of the episode.
Okay, so there's a symbol that appears to be an arrow
Tap.
swirling around. I guess that's what happens when you play it.
Yep, you tap it.
It says add and then a diamond.
Colorless.
Colorless, yep.
Okay, and then underneath that, it's got the number 4,
Yep.
comma, no,
Colon.
colon. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on Crawling Barrens. Then you may have it become a 0/0 elemental creature until end of turn. It's still a land.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I'd throw it in my
+1/+1
Pure
counters.
and Toofy deck, yeah.
That's it. It says underneath the flavor text is Zendikar is restless.
Zendikar is rising.
That's a very much Zendikar card.
Whoa.
Pretty big deal, right, guys?
That's not even bullshit. That's
Better
probably
than anything that was in
true.
Double Masters.
Zing.
I guess. Zing, right? Like, yeah, zing. Yeah, got him, Rose.
Yeah.
I know magics.
Stop pretending you don't.
Yeah. I don't know what this tap symbol means.
Well, now I know it means tap. All right, I learned something today.
They are activated abilities.
Oh my god, don't even get him started. One thing at a time.
I have no follow-up questions. So, that's all I got for news. How about we get into this modern-day classic? How about it, guys?
Oh, let's.
Better feller primates.
So, well, all right. So this game is the 2009 White Knuckle Thrill Ride destruction simulator. Third person, destroy everything, blows it up. Simulator?
Wow.
I don't know.
A destruction simulator, destroy everything.
Red
blow everything
Faction Guerilla. It was released June 2nd, 2009 for PC, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3, developed by Volition and published by THQ. It is a third-person destroy everything in the fucking world game. Now, since I picked it, I guess I'll give you guys a little bit of a rundown.
Did anybody play it? Because I didn't.
I did.
Yeah, you
I played it.
today.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Or this week.
No, I played it when it came out too.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't own it. I must have it must have been early in the system's life cycle, and I returned it or sold it.
Gamefly.
Gamefly, maybe.
Maybe might have been a GameFly, but basically you were playing as a character named Alec Mason, a guy who arrives on Mars because he got in some shit back on Earth, and he's just trying to go blow stuff up in a mine, just live an everyday life, get a new start on Mars.
The American dream.
Exactly, but instead he gets caught up in the uprising of the Earth Defense Force on Mars, and it devolves into every single Just Cause game ever.
Story as old as time.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever played any of the Just Cause games?
No.
I think so. Is that the one where we blow up stuff all the time?
Yes, it is pretty much exactly the same format as this. The difference is instead of liberating Mars, you're liberating a fictional country from a crazy dictator.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, kind of like Mars.
Oh.
Well, see, that's the... Oh, we're going to get into it, buddy. We're going to get into this. Don't you worry. So the game starts... You're Alec Mason. You're going through Mars in what looks like, I can only assume, is space customs.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, it's just a space airport.
Yeah. Do you have anything to declare?
Yeah, he just landed on Mars. And he was apparently allowed to travel, so there was no restrictions or no one's looking at it after him, I guess. Whatever.
All right, it's just a normal dude going to work on Mars.
He came from a COVID-free zone.
Yeah. Oh.
Getting a new job. He walks through the security gate, and then he meets his brother Dan. Dan Mason. Poor Dan.
He's a good guy.
The world was not long for Dan. So they get in the car. Dan exposition dumps. There's a lot of that going on about how the EDF, the Earth Defense Force, owns everything on Mars. There's no free Mars. That was all a myth that they're just selling to the Earth people.
Free Mars is over.
Oh God, I wish I had more Total Recall references right now.
Quaid.
No, nobody.
Why are they called
really?
Earth Defense Force? No.
Yeah, especially because they're on Mars.
That's one of many amazing questions that you will have during this exposition, and we'll have to mull over. But I have no idea. I assumed it was like, oh, you guys don't watch The Expanse, do you?
Yeah, I have. That's what I was thinking. It's kind of like The Expanse, but in that, Mars is separate still.
It's like, imagine all of Earth somehow got along and created a single army. That's the Earth Defense Force to fight aliens. I know, guys, it's ridiculous. I know. Just play with the game. Let's just go with it. If we get hung up on that, we're in a lot of trouble.
Oh, suspension of disbelief. I got you.
So Dan and Alec, they're in the car. They're talking about how like there are prison camps. People are getting pulled out of their homes and all kinds of crazy shit like that. It's basically a subjugated people.
It's like slavery, but with more steps.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, yeah. So Dan gets a visitor from some lady who we're later going to find out is one of the main characters, Samanya, which still hate that name.
Yeah.
Hate it so much.
But it means something cool.
Not really. I mean, it's made up.
She said it meant something.
In a language that's made up.
Oh, it's African.
Oh, no, she did say she's from somewhere in Africa, didn't she?
I thought she was just from Mars.
No.
Spoiler.
Well, I think her parents were from Africa.
No, okay.
I don't remember. It was like 2 seconds of dialogue in there.
Yeah, they jam all the dialogue into very few exposition scenes that actually move the story along. Most of it's just missions, but we'll get to it because Alex recognizes Samanya from the Wanted poster at Space Customs.
Alec or Alex?
Alec.
Alec, okay.
Alec. Yeah. I hope it's Alec because I wrote Alec.
That's what I wrote.
Well, you just said Alex and it confused me.
No, I didn't. Anyway, so Dan is he's alluding that he's kind of in on the resistance. You don't really know.
He does more than hint at it.
Yeah, it's true. But Alec, he don't want to get into that. He just wants to start over, come to Mars. I guess his backstory is he is a demolitions expert for a mining system, so he knows a lot about explosives.
Yeah. He's got level 3 clearance on explosives.
So he's allowed to have explosives.
Yes. I mean, this is obviously set in the future, but it still seems like ridiculously in the past.
Oh, how times have changed in the last 11 years since this came out.
I mean, he's like, oh, I blow stuff up to do mining, but you think they'd have better ways of mining than blowing things up.
They do, and they find it and discover it in this game and then turn it into a weapon.
Yes.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
But
it's pretty great.
Don't we have better things to do than like now as a human race?
Not on Mars.
Okay. True.
I don't know, man. We're still blowing up a lot of shit.
Yeah.
They're still blasting. And fracking. Don't forget about fracking.
We're Earthlings. Let's blow up Earth things.
Beautiful.
Anyway, so then we walk along with Dan. We go through the tutorial mission where you're supposed to destroy a bunch of shit to get scrapped.
What a great tutorial.
Yeah, that's the whole game, destroying things. You have your sledgehammer.
Yeah, that thing's so badass.
Which takes down a building. Easy.
Not easy. You got to hit a couple spots.
That's true, but you know what? Also, I remember playing this game when it came out, and I remember that never getting old. just beating the shit out of a building till it fell to the ground and got destroyed. But I do remember the graphics being better. I mean, maybe it was just
11 years ago.
Yeah, it's just how it was. But Dan also in here, he's telling you like how it is, blah blah blah. He mentions a group called the Marauders, and we'll get to them later. But this is, I think, the first mention in a while. We skipped them for quite a bit. They're like a third faction. Yeah. There's the humans living on Mars, the Martians, I guess. Then there's the EDF, now another group, the Marauders. So the EDF shows up. They see these two guys hanging out and immediately shoot and murder Dan.
Yep.
Via plane. And Alec, not thrilled about this situation.
No, he's about to get shot too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he heads back to the house/trailer since, I mean, he literally has nowhere else to go. It's the only place on this planet he knows exists. And the EDF are there already going through Dan's shit, and which I don't understand because they go from like, who are you, to fucking shoot him in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, he did have explosives on him.
He did have explosives, and they're like, you could evade the resistance. You're definitely the resistance. And Alec makes some very good points like, I just fucking got here.
Yeah, they kind of just assume he's like,
well, you're Dan's brother, so shoot you and sprinkle crack on you.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, someone standing there with their phone recording the whole thing.
Right?
But I just love how he's like, you have explosives. It's like, yeah, I'm supposed to. It's my fucking job. And they're like, I don't care. You're resistance.
Yeah, he's like, I have level 3 clearance. And you're like, not anymore, you don't.
Or are you a terrorist?
That's exactly what a terrorist would say.
Yeah. I mean, it's also what a miner would say, but...
Right, that's the problem here. The EDF makes a lot of very suspicious choices, which I don't understand. But we'll get into that a little bit later.
Don't even go there.
Oh, I will. I'm going there.
Whoa.
Buckle the fuck up. So, we get a bunch... Now, the red faction, the terrorists, the uprising group, shows up at the last second and saves Alex's life.
Yep, so now you're de facto red faction.
Yep.
Yeah, now they're like... He's like, I don't want to do this. They're like, tough, you're in it now. And he's like, fuck me. And now he's 100% on board.
Exactly. So now you talk to Samaya?
Samanya, I believe, is her name. Which I misspelled, like I said, 50 billion times. But
I just called her Sam.
Sammy.
that's a good idea. I'm just going to do that from now on. So now the whole point of the game is kind of starting to shape up. The idea is you need to get EDF off the planet. You do that by disrupting their operations, blowing things up,
And collecting scrap.
collecting scrap to upgrade shit, working with the locals, getting them on your side, anti-propaganda stuff. There's all kinds of shit. But for the first mission, you get sent to destroy a base. You do that, enemies show up, they mount a counterattack, ambush, whatever. It's very, very paint by numbers for this mission.
You kill a lot of people, too.
Yeah, you kill so many people. This is very much a one-man army situation. You get tasked with all the most important stuff that's going on in this uprising, and like they're like, you got this, right? Like, we don't need to send people there.
You're like, I don't know you, but you seem like you're a good guy.
The guy we just forced into our group, we're going to send by himself.
It's like, is this guy cool? He's Dan's brother. Oh, I guess it's fine.
Dan was pretty good, right?
We're talking about Dan Mason, right?
Oh, Stinky Dick Dan. Yeah, yeah, I remember. Oh, I guess I don't owe him that $10 anymore. Fart sound. So,
Pour one out for him.
next mission, you destroy a bunch of EDF sensors so the enemy can't track the faction's movement. You basically just, in the video I watched, they just drove a fucking truck through them.
Yeah. He's like, we put armor on your car, so just go knock those fuckers over.
Which, pretty great. I'm on board with the destruction in this game for sure. And then you keep doing missions, and you eventually you start going by section in Mars. First was the Parker section, and now you have to liberate the Dust section.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's 5 total ones, and one of them is just like a pass-through area.
Yes.
Like the hub area.
Yeah, you get assigned a mission then to attend a rally and protect the workers, but the faction, the Red Faction, they just know that the EDF is going to show up, and they're going to shoot and murder every single miner. Now, I would like to go over... I don't understand the EDF's motivations for any of this stuff. Like, I get how...
I guess they're just trying to union bust.
Just follow the orders, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like you're just making more problems for yourself by murdering civilians that speak up against you.
That doesn't seem that doesn't track.
They get to a point in the game where they're talking about the EDF and the motivations and why they do it, and it's all about money and the corporations, and it's always about money.
I mean, it sounds like real life. This is 2020.
Yeah, pretty much. I just don't understand how they think. It's like, well, if we just kill enough people, then they'll start listening.
Because they don't need the people to listen. They don't care if all the people are dead. They just want the bases and all the resources.
But then you still got to bring people into mine.
Well,
Yeah, that's the thing. You still need hands, you know?
I don't think they do if they get that weapon that they're looking for.
Ooh, foreshadowing.
What weapon?
So anyway, then there's some good, solid robot violence. You step into a walker and destroy things with that.
Was that actually? Oh, never mind.
What?
Seems like a gameplay mechanic they could have just done without.
The walker thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a tank at some point, too. It's just different ways to destroy things. That's all this game is. But you finally get to a point that actually moves the goddamn story along. And you get a mission. You're supposed to find the weapon cache that the Marauders stole from the EDF. And while you're looking for it, you find an artifact in an old abandoned mine, and it's called... it just said that when Oh, Jesus. When Alec stumbles upon it, it says it was reaching out to Parker, and then the guy in charge of the Red Faction, Davies, just says Parker's dead. That's odd. But you pick it up, and this will then be known heretofore as the Nano Forge.
All right. Now, if this was like a super important thing to everybody,
Right.
why is it just sitting in a cave and not being protected?
Dude, was it even in a cave? It was in like an old structure.
The Marauders had it.
Yeah, but they didn't have anybody protecting it.
Well, he only got to it because he jumped in the hologram.
Oh.
Like, there was a hologram, right?
Yeah, I guess the hologram is enough defense.
Well, yeah, if you don't know it's there.
I mean, it was pretty obvious.
Oh, like you drove... Oh, I remember that. There was like a flat mountainside, and you just drove right at it like you were going to crash into the mountain, but it was a hologram, and then you...
Yeah, it was like Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote shit.
There you go. Perfect.
But it seems like you wouldn't just rely on the hologram anybody can walk through to protect.
They're Marauders.
I think of the part of the mission at the end, the Marauders showed up to like try to get it back. But yes, I do agree with you that they hit it pretty poorly.
At least put it in a safe or something.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Or just like in the middle of the Marauder base where no one goes and doesn't even believe exists.
Yeah.
So
Put it under your pillow.
what do we know? You know, we're not Marauders.
Yeah, we don't live on Mars.
Anyway, yeah, continue with the...
You now get a cutscene, but like it's just an interjection between the EDF from Admiral Kobol, who is in space on the Dreadnought, which is a massive, I guess their version of an aircraft carrier that's hovering around Mars, and then General Roth, who is the man in charge of the EDF on Mars. They mention that Alec Mason has the Nanoforge, and they know what it is, and it's apparently this is a scene that's setting up the fact it's a very big deal.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, which makes you question... Whatever.
Why they don't have a second one.
And if they knew he had it, how come they couldn't just find it themselves?
And then later in the game, though, they just keep... Oh, Jesus. This game's kind of a mess. Kind of falls apart when you look at it.
Stop digging so deep.
You then go into a really stupid mission that just takes up time, where Alec heads to the dust sector to save people. They're just getting bombarded with artillery. Mm-hmm. It's like a whole bunch of buildings where people are living and working, and they're just getting destroyed. Alec saves people and secures documents. Who cares? Then finally, we get to another story moment. Alec meets with the Red Faction commander, Davies, and Sam. And Alex is pretty pissed because he's like, what are we doing here, guys? Like, we're fighting a war. We're way outnumbered. I'm doing pretty much everything here. We can't win this war. It's just silly. And Davies tells him, dude, bro. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. He didn't really say dude, bro.
I know. I wish you would.
But he's telling him the war is winnable as long as we have the Nanoforge.
Yeah. So what?
Oh, this little thing?
So what do they do with that Nanoforge?
Thanks for asking. They turn it into a motherfucking gun.
It's always violence is the answer.
Typical Americans.
Yep.
Everything's a gun.
They turn it into a gun. You shoot it at some shit, and it like dissolves and gets destroyed and blows up.
Yeah, I guess
not blows up, but it like
disintegrates.
dissolves.
I guess the nanites disassemble whatever's that they touch.
At an atomic level.
Yeah, why don't they disassemble the nanoforge? Or the gun it's attached to?
Because it's undisassemblable.
There it is. It has the right metal around it.
Yeah, there we go.
Now, don't forget it has a DNA lock on it.
Oh, yeah, only two
That's
people
true.
can use this gun.
And Sam basically says, here's the gun, go nuts. But we also need to if we make a bunch of these guns, then we'll win the war, and it'll be great.
Yeah. How do they expect to do that if nobody's ever made a second Nanoforge?
That's a great question. I wish I had an answer for you. It's like, let's just duplicate this impossible to find artifact.
Yeah, somebody had to make it. Was it just on Mars when they got there? I don't get it.
I don't think you're supposed to. I don't think we're supposed to understand it.
I think the Marauders stole it from the EDF, but who knows where the EDF got it?
Oh, yeah, they might have had it from other planet
or something.
Alien tech that they threw it in with the trade.
I've seen Pandorum. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Then we go on more rando missions that help you secure areas. Like the only one really, there's a couple going on here, but the one that really stuck with me was the one where you're tasked with kidnapping an EDF officer named Broga.
Yeah.
What a good name.
It's a pretty great name.
Broga.
But one of the resistance members, Carmen, tortures him because Broga tortured her family. She gets some revenge, and they find out a very piece of important information, which is...
Peace.
You didn't have to point it out, dude.
Yeah, I did.
Anyway. You find out how to navigate through the artillery guns to get to Eos, the last section.
Yeah. And then they're like, all right, we're going to drive this fucking car into the mohole. What the hell's the mohole?
I don't know what you're referring to.
After they get the information from Broga, they're like, all right, we're going to drive this car off a cliff, take it to the mohole. And while they're driving there, they get to the cliff and they jump out of the car and it flies off the edge. And they're like, haha, Broga's dead. No, so nobody knows where the mohole. All right.
No, but I'm glad he's dead because he was kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It's just following orders.
how much do you know he did?
Like a Nazi guard.
Whoa.
I mean, the only evidence you have that he did something bad was the person who tortured him said he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she's on my side. Like, I believe her implicitly.
She's on the side she forced you to be on.
The side I got thrown into.
Like, around this point watching it, I'm thinking, maybe I'm the bad guy here. Because, I mean, the EDF is just like, I don't know.
I don't know, man. Well, they're just killing random people.
Well, I mean, you kind of started that.
Whoa.
Easy, bro.
No. They killed Dan, bro.
Easy. Then you have a bunch of other fucking random missions where you clear out some gunships that are parked. We'll say parked on the ground. You blow them up.
Deflied.
You hack a Gibson at some point.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Dude, you do that in every single game.
And at least 3 times in this section, they're like, if we lose this, we lose the war.
In this section or the entire game? Because they said it
They
a
say
billion
it
times.
over and over
Yeah.
again in this game.
And we're pretty outnumbered, so you got this, right?
Yeah.
Like just you by yourself. Mm-hmm. Then there's tank battle missions. I did enjoy that when you were destroying things, a prompt would come up in the top right that just said "population demoralized."
If you accidentally killed a civilian or what?
I don't know if it was because part of the game when you're liberating these sectors is getting the population on your side.
Yeah.
And I think you have a score of like a percentage of how to get them behind you, and yeah, when you kill a civilian or something like that, they're demoralized.
So good.
Eventually you finally capture Oasis. You repel the attack with the tanks.
This is the part I have a huge problem with now.
All right. What is it?
Get into it. Yeah, let's go.
So when you take over Oasis, like the EDF is retreating,
Yeah.
and you're like, let's just follow them and slaughter them.
Well, you had to change your heart? Is that what you're saying?
No, they're like, oh, those guys are retreating. Make sure we shoot them in the back so they don't come back.
Well, they are the bad guys.
I know. I'm convinced the Red Faction are the bad guys.
I don't remember G.I. Joe saying, let's murder those retreating soldiers.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's no fucking war crimes on Mars.
Does the Geneva Convention apply to other planets? That's a great question.
Yes.
I guess if your country signed them.
It's a good point. Did the Mars
Is apparently run by the EDF.
No,
Let's run by it, but is it a sovereign nation? Is it a colony? What is it?
Oh, so it's okay to shoot people in the back, is what you're saying.
I'm just saying it might be.
Yeah, who knows?
It might
We
be
didn't get-
okay.
I don't make any moral judgments about other people's planets.
Isn't that what this podcast is about?
Well, not planets, just judgments. Yes. So I did note in this section, now that you have Oasis, you have to get through the what is it even called? It has a name. The disputed zone.
Yeah, something
where the
dumb
artillery
like
is
that.
falling.
No, it's called the fire zone.
Even dumber.
It's pretty dumb. So, but I did like that mechanic, how you couldn't get through that and just fast track to the last area and kill everyone because you needed the information about where the artillery was hitting, aka navigating a minefield,
Yeah,
basically.
and the random commander you kidnapped knew.
Yeah, well, it's just a way to make it checkpoint race.
Well, there's not a lot of great things to say about the game. So I just thought that was a neat mechanic.
Yeah,
that
all right, fair enough.
A good reason for us not. It's not like Grand Theft Auto where they're like, "Oh, bro, there's just 3 bridges to cross, and the bridge is closed. You can't get to the next section."
Yeah. All right, yeah, I get you.
you get through you roll through the checkpoints like a badass is what my notes say. And then you blow the power cores, obviously blowing up the power cores.
Yeah, you have to. You're on Mars, for fuck's sake.
Absolutely. And then now the large gun artillery weapons cannot fire. So that means your whole group can just roll right
Mosey
through.
on in.
Yep. Run rampant over
exactly
the free
like
fire zone.
When you're going to the cathedral on Borderlands 3.
Exactly.
You destroy the guns and you run right in.
You got it.
Perfect analogy. Now the EDF is essentially retreated and only exists in one section, which is EOS. And they decide to lock that shit down.
Fuck yeah, get some snipers on the roof.
Hell yeah. And then they start murdering civilians who don't denounce the RF immediately.
Sounds like a smart move for an army.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no better way to get everyone on your side than murdering whoever doesn't agree with you.
Yeah, because that way everyone left is still on your side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't argue with the logic.
So, yeah, you kill those asshole snipers. And then the next mission, probably my favorite mission of the game.
This is the most ridiculous one.
It's the best part.
You go to an economic summit.
Top secret economic summit.
Top secret economic summit with a bunch of civvies.
Yep.
Where the EDF is ensuring everyone, the insurgency is just a little kerfluffle.
It's all right. It's
Mars is fine. Everything's under control. And we're still making motherfucking money, bros. So you go in there and you fuck them up.
Yeah, you kill
fuck
some
all of them.
civilians.
Yeah.
But see that the civilians all actually had pistols on them and were shooting at you, so it's fine.
Oh, so they were.
That's what white cops say.
They were just using their Second Amendment rights. Is that what you're saying?
How do you know the Second Amendment are on Mars?
You don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have it.
How the fuck did they even know about this top secret summit?
They must have an
Spies,
inside.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how did the spies know?
Spying.
Hacking.
They hacked the
Oh, they
Gibson.
hacked the
That's
Gibson.
how-
Hack a Gibson,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, that explains it.
Perfect. glad we worked through that. Then the next mission, you grab a squad of homies to launch an assault. And then as you're driving to go, deal the death blow, the EDF went after Red Faction headquarters.
Oh, God.
Wow, they tricked you into coming to them.
Abort mission. Abort mission.
Which,
Run away!
you'd think, considering how big the Red Faction is and how everybody's talking about it, the HQ probably wasn't that hard to find, right? It's not like it was hidden.
Well, the Red Faction didn't actually seem that big. You met like 3 people in it.
You did have a lot of homies, though.
Yeah, but they could be everybody. It's not like they're like, oh, let's go call the other Red Factions in to help us.
Well, that's why you had to do stuff for the community. So
and you're basically doing everything.
I feel like helping out a community, and they're like, all right, we'll help you out a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess.
We'll bake bread for you.
A revolution, it starts small,
Exactly.
And then we rise up. Anyway, so
Right.
Davies eats shit here. He dies.
Oh, no.
They fight off the EDF. They survive the assault, and then you get the third act low point
Oh, my
where
God.
the heroes are at their worst, and Davies is dead, and a lot of the faction's dead, and they don't know what to do. So Sam throws up a huge moonshot here. She thinks if you can get the Echo Forge to create a big enough weapon, then you could take down the EDF dreadnought in orbit.
In the
and
Nano
then,
Forge?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's
Did I
not,
say Echo Forge?
Yes.
Why do I have Echo Forge written down?
It's not the Dreadnought either. It's the Hydra, isn't it?
Yeah.
They call it the Hydra, but it is a dreadnought.
It's a Dreadnought class ship, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
They
They just refer to it as the dreadnought, and I just kept doing that.
I have... Sam just says globetrot that gun up.
That's a good note. Good note. But you need to buy time, so you go and get salvage, and you need to align with
Not the Marauders.
Wow. Your faction dies, you got to side with the other faction. That's
Well, big surprise here.
Guess
what is it? What's the big surprise?
Sammy's a Marauder.
What? Those savages?
This whole time.
I have...
But how?
I don't remember what he said. I just have written here a lot of real bigotry from Alec.
Yeah, there was a lot. Like, these savage, disgusting creatures?
Which is amazing because you've had his entire experience of this planet. So you've never come across the Marauders that much. How do you know they're all savages?
I hear things.
That's a great point. Like, they are smart enough to coordinate attacks. Like, they're
They got pretty badass armor and shit.
they're not brainless zombies. Everyone's like, fuck them.
It's very colonial of his jingoistic response to fucking Marauders.
You fucking said it.
Well, the Marauders were playing a Switzerland and kind of staying neutral during this whole thing.
Well, you got to stay with whoever's going to come out on top.
Yeah, they're like, I'm just going
to play both sides.
The super tolerant EDF will let us live with our land.
Oh, and the super tolerant RF
Yeah,
that just called them a bunch of savages.
Fair point.
That's why they had to hold the Nanoforge. Nobody can win if they have the Nanoforge.
So what's Sam's plan here now with the Nanoforge?
Yeah, what's he going to do? What's she going to do?
Well, the plan is notes. So, you meet up with Vasha, who's the leader of the Marauders. Well, this is some deal planning. They get the deal. They strike the deal. And basically the idea is we're going to free Mars from the EDF, so you guys won't have to worry about him anymore. You get to live, whatever. But we need to use your accelerator to take down the Hive.
Obviously. Always need our shit.
So they got to work together.
You forgot to mention that Vasha is Sam's sister.
Oh, shit, I did.
What?
Yeah, can you believe that? The leader of the Marauders is Sam's sister?
I must have missed it. It's the whole family. They're just out to take over Mars themselves.
Yeah, there was probably one in the EDF.
Oh.
So whoever wins, the family wins.
Wow.
That's the sequel, Red Faction Armageddon.
Wow.
I have no
I
idea
don't know
what
if that's
I wouldn't
why or
doubt
not.
it.
Yeah.
Every iteration of the game is just another one of Sam's relatives that comes out of the woodwork. Oh, that'd be a fucking thing.
No, it's
Anyway,
like Orphan Black. They're all just clones of each other.
Or like Dollhouse, where they just change their memories and send them to a side.
Anyway.
so now you need to get the people of Mars on your side. So you need to basically take down an EDF comms base, communications base. And then you're going to use the voice of Mars to transmit a special broadcast. And you do that. Like,
This was the shittiest. This broadcast would not turn me over to your side.
First off, you got to be listening to the radio.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on Mars. You think you'd have better things than radio to listen to, but
I don't know. It's just like, hey,
join our side.
we're here to help you guys. Okay.
Free hat.
so the next mission, we got the accelerator going. But we need to basically shoot something out of the accelerator, so we need an RM-8 rocket, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah, well,
RM7 would just never make it.
No. And an RM9's too big.
8 is the sweet spot. So this mission, you just help the Marauders already grab it, and they put it on a truck, and you just help them escape. You use a satellite weapon to beam down Hellfire on the EDF.
That seems a little overkill.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you fuck them up good, so it's fine.
You do. It's fucking. It looked like fun.
So now we are in the ending stages. Are you guys excited? Do you guys want to see what happens next?
I'm so excited to get this over with.
Yeah.
Me too. So the next mission is to take down the EDF command. And
shit.
if this works, then you just need to kill the Dreadnought and Mars is free. Super easy peasy, guys.
All right, let's.
You grab a modified vehicle, you drive it into Central Command. You need to modify it so you can get through the Central Command force field, obviously, because all these.
Oh yeah.
This is the only building that's protected by a force field.
the only force field on Mars.
Yeah.
Yep. But you get through with the modified vehicle, and you only had the one, so glad you nailed it, right? When you get to it, you destroy the power cores, take down the force field, and then you fuck up the place I have just here with explosives and robots with explosives.
Yeah.
But General Roth, he wasn't there, so we got to go take care of that asshole eventually.
So
what do we do?
their plan is to take their one nanoforge, attach it to a rocket, and hope it makes the EDF go away forever.
But that doesn't make sense because even after that, you still have the nanoforge rifle.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the nanoforge part anymore.
Yeah.
It's just a regular rifle.
You just.
Yeah, but it nanoforges.
But isn't that all on the missile?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense, scientists.
I didn't know if you were being sarcastic.
Oh, you're saying you still have it in the game. I got you.
Yeah, in the game, the end game, you still get to, it's a sandbox game. You can do wherever, go wherever.
Yeah.
And after the story's concluded, you still have that rifle. So I don't know if they...
Fucking
got the
Sam had
copy on
another one the whole time in her back pocket.
Vosh was like, no worries, I had my own anyway. Like, woo, motherfucker. So, Let's get through it. So you go to the base of the accelerator to basically protect it. The EDF attack, you take them out via the satellite murder again. You secure the place, and then at the top of the mountain, the other end of the accelerator, the Marauders are in some shit. So you have to go run up there by yourself and save them with tank power, and then you boss fight General Roth in a tank. Now,
How else are you supposed to do it?
and then you mop up a few assholes, and then you destroy the doors that are blocking the missile from launching, and then it's go time, brother.
Yeah, but while you're going up this mountain, you get like radio signals that's like, oh my god, we killed all the Marauders. Yeah, we're so good. So are
Marauders?
all the Marauders dead?
I assume.
I don't know. They're definitely getting fucked up.
Yeah.
They're losing this fight.
Oh, they don't have their own Alec Mason, I guess.
Thank God the white man shows up and saves all of them, right?
I'm surprised it didn't say that at the end.
Yes.
Yeah. Great. Good example. So we got the final cutscene. The Hydra is preparing to drop a whole bunch of motherfuckers down to the surface of Mars. They're mounting a large counterattack, but the missile hits the Hydra and blows it apart.
It was like seconds before they were going to shoot at you, too.
And then I just have in caps, Hail Freedom. Mm-hmm. Back on the ground, Sam and Alec watch it blow up in space, and Alex is greeted by a bunch of Marauders in Red Faction. He holds up the hammer. End game, bro.
Oh my god. Holds up the hammer like the symbol of the Red Faction.
Yeah, then I just have
where they
fucked
got
EDF.
I didn't catch that.
Wow. Deep.
I want one
The
of those
symbol
hammers.
of the people. What a great game.
Looks like it was fun to play, though.
It was definitely fun to destroy things over and over again. And destroy a building with your goddamn bare hands and a hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can do that in real life.
That's a good point. That's it. That's the game. We did it. We made it.
God.
We're alive. Probably better. I want to say I learned something, but I don't think I did.
I feel
learn
smarter
anything.
for having done this.
This podcast
How?
in general, you mean, or this?
Oh, no, that's the beer talking.
Okay.
You have had about 12.
It's a rough game. I get it. A little bit of loudmouth soup probably makes the game a little bit better. So,
Fuck yeah.
let's just get to our final. Let's wrap it up, guys. Let's get to our
Please
final
do.
thoughts. Let's put this one to bed. This American classic game
Put to bed.
of white savior complexes, and let's start with you, Dr. Syintist. Would you play it? Would you score it? Did the story work for you?
I would not touch it.
I just imagine you going, no, 6, no.
That was crossing my mind. I was really thinking of just saying no, and then just going. But
The people want to hear your thoughts. How'd you get to that no, Dr. Syintist?
the story was terrible. The characters were terrible. None of it made any sense.
What about Dan Mason? He was pretty good.
I feel like he was a scumbag and he just died before we found out. He probably diddled kids.
There are no kids on Mars.
That's why they're in his apartment.
Damn.
But
Wow.
there was a lot of
Rock solid proof.
just none of, the weapons don't like. I have the perfect weapon to deal with everything in the world, and it's hidden in this hologram mountain, and everybody knows where it is, but only you can get it. And then we're gonna.
Isn't that how we won the Desert Storm?
I think so.
And you're like, I don't know, freedom. We're gonna save all of you, but we'll just kill everybody along the way. Don't worry about it. I don't know. It's dumb, terrible. Gave it 2 points. Wouldn't touch the thing.
Wow.
With Poppascotch's controller playing.
With me
Wow.
using it.
2 points. That's pretty low.
No,
That's
fuck
not
it.
great.
Give it 1.
Wow. I don't
You
think
changed it to 1? You just took a point off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I gave Call of Duty Ghosts 2, and Call of Duty Ghosts was infinitely better than this.
Really? Let's not get crazy.
1 star.
So you think this is exactly 1 point better than The Quiet Man, is what you're saying?
Not a full point better, but
Oh, come on.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, I'm not.
right,
Let's
you caught
move on
Syintist on
before
a
he
bad
changes
day.
his fucking mind again. starts taking away other people's points. Let's get to you then, Sir Chump Slap. The people want to know, would you play it? Would you score it? Did the story work for you?
Would I play it? I doubt it. But it doesn't look bad. I mean, if you said it was like a sandbox where you just run around, blow shit up every now and again.
You'd be better off doing Just Cause.
But they did recently remaster this and put it out in 2018 for PlayStation 4.
Does it look good?
I mean, it's how do I explain it? It looks like a game they've upgraded. Like from one generation.
Wow.
Like I mean, it does look better, but you still have the same mechanics,
It looks
same
good.
animations. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would get boring too because there's not.
the remaster looks like they remastered it.
All right.
You know what I mean? God damn it!
Yeah, for real. There's not that many enemies. They're all just humans, just like you, bro.
Whoa,
And
Deep.
whoa.
I learned more from that than I did the game.
it would probably get boring after a while. So let's just stick with no. I won't play it. Did the story work for me? No. It's too far-fetched, but not far-fetched enough. You know what I mean?
It's not far fetched enough to be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
exactly.
it doesn't slap. I don't think it slaps.
It doesn't slap, but it's like you're a fucking superhero. And
Well, I mean, most games are like that. to be
yeah,
fair.
but I mean, you're just a human, bro, just like me.
It doesn't. Right, like it doesn't make sense in this context to just have one guy.
Yeah, just some guy who doesn't even want anything to do with helping anybody.
It's almost like JRPG-ish in that way. Like you wake up and you're like, oh, you're the guy that's going to save the world.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally there for a selfish reason to make money for himself.
Well, I mean, he's also trying
Mining.
to live, but
Well, yeah, that's selfish. But he's only there to make money mining, and then his brother's like, sledgehammer this building. And then he gets thrown in this fucking civil war.
yeah.
Yep.
You think your brother like tricked you to come to Mars to get you into the Red Faction? Because then it's all his fault.
Probably. I mean, I have no proof. To
Yeah,
back that
'cause
up,
he
but
had
I'm
no-
pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Dan had no intention of helping you get a mining job.
Yeah.
Maybe he knew something about you. Like maybe there was a ancient scroll that they found on Mars that said
Did you see this movie?
Alec Mason. I've seen one like it. So no, yeah, the story doesn't make any sense. It seemed. How long did it take? Like 3 days?
For the whole, I guess.
Where this one guy overthrows the whole fucking planet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bullshit. So no, I wouldn't play it. Bullshit on the story. I still gave it a 7 because I don't know. It wasn't terrible, but I mean, the story didn't, like, nothing sticks out to me, like,
Right.
but it's just run-of-the-mill, average-ass story.
It's just a hard meh.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
It's just, it's not
terrible.
It's not great.
I'm no scientist, but it's not
No, you're not.
terrible. But it's not good. So.
No, you're not.
All right. So why don't you tell us if you would play it, what'd you score it, and if the story works for you, Poppascotch.
Oh, well, thanks for asking, bro.
Let's hear it.
Would I play it? I think I'd play it because I honestly think that playing it is 10 times better than the story. Like, blowing up buildings and destroying them. Like, I went back and played it a little bit before this, and I might touch it a little bit more, but I kind of got my fix of...
Yeah, see,
I mean,
that's what I'm
the
talking
destruction was... Yeah, it was fun. Like, it's fun to take down a building and watch it collapse.
But
like, you take down support structures and it
Couldn't
falls.
you do
But,
the same thing in a Lego game?
are you asking me or telling me?
Yeah, but the hammer is fucking badass.
It's a dope hammer, bro. So, but you know, the thing is, this isn't a video game gameplay podcast. It's a story podcast.
true.
So, the story, I see a lot of Alpha Prime in it, where it's just a hard fucking meh. Like,
Yeah.
it's just basically putting a rough, barely reason to destroy everything. And like I said, Just Cause had come out 3 years before this, and it was the exact same story. It's just one was on Mars, one is in a fake country's dictatorship.
Yeah, but this one did have like a flying backpack that you could like hover around with. That was pretty neat.
That is pretty neat.
They should have made a story about that.
Thanks. So would I play it again? Maybe maybe like an hour, but that's about it. I bought the remaster, but I don't really have any. I don't know if I'm going to play it. There's so many multiplayer trophies too. Like, who has fucking time for that?
Oh, who plays multiplayer?
Yeah, it's disgusting. So, would I play it? Maybe a little bit. Did the story work for me? Like I said, it's a hard meh. There's some good parts to it, but it's everything we've seen before in a billion other stories. The reveal of Sam and Vasha being sisters when you didn't even have anything from the perspective of the Marauders up until 80% into the fucking game. They just showed up like, oh, we can fix it.
It was a true
And
shocker. It made my heart skip a beat. I was like,
Wow, she has a sister who I'd never met before.
Yeah, so what did I score it? I gave it the exact same score I gave Alpha Prime, and I gave it a 7 as well.
boom.
Just because it's a hard meh. There's nothing special about it. There's nothing new about the story. It's just it got you from point A to point B to destroy shit and actually have fun, which was the point of the actual game.
So 15 points.
That's
Stars.
15.
Yeah, not terrible.
I mean, that puts it in the same company as Need for Speed Underground and The Seventh Guest
Sounds
and
about
Alpha
right.
Prime.
All fucking blockbuster hits.
It just
The worst
snuck
of that
past
group, though,
Hayes,
but-
guys.
Snuck past those.
Yeah.
No, it's Need for Speed Underground was 14, Seventh Guest was 16, and Hayes was 14 as well.
It's our first 15 this year.
It almost was a 16.
So do you want to talk some more about this game? I can go like another 3 hours if you want to talk about.
yeah,
Red
let
Faction
me
Grill.
just order some
You
food.
can do that on the
Delivery.
boner episode.
Boner episode. You mean the mini-sodes?
That's what I said.
That's what your boner is.
Oh, boom, boners.
All right.
They have a fan legion name for the people who listen to minisodes and try to get all the trophies. They're called numbskulls. Pretty fucking proud of myself for coming up with that one,
Not
guys.
bad.
Oh, yeah, I knew nobody else said it.
Because nobody else
you.
is listening.
Let's go ahead and move on to our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist Tom Hanks' film Lock of the Week. Every week we ask Dr. Syintist for 100% guaranteed Tom Hanks piece of content, whatever, and he never disappoints us except when we pick that museum exhibit. So, Dr. Syintist, what do you got this week?
The most Red Faction game I could think of, Charlie Wilson's War.
I mean, I'll take it. That's a lot closer than last week's episode.
Yeah.
Last week's was
seriously.
perfect. It was the best one we've ever
It didn't
had.
make any fucking sense.
You should go
No,
back and
it
re-listen
didn't.
to it because it did.
No. It's like you got mail or something.
No, it
Oh,
was
Larry Crown was last week.
Larry Crown, yeah.
Oh, that's right. All right, that one did make sense. 2 weeks ago.
Prince of Persia. It was Sleepless in Seattle. Was the Quiet Man episode.
No. Oh, yeah, but Charlie Wilson's War, you know what it's about. It's similar.
Do I?
But I don't know. It's about the senator who kind of like gave the Afghans all their weapons and stuff, and during the Russia-Afghan problem.
Oh, and then he started a war.
Yeah, and then they kind of like used the weapons against them. Similar.
Right. All right, I see it.
But that can't be right because that makes America sound like the bad guy.
So does this game.
America's never the bad guy.
It
No,
sure
this
does.
made Earth sound like the bad
I meant
guy.
that Americans made it.
Oh.
Actually, it was made from THQ Nordique, so
Canadians.
if I knew where that was, I might have a point.
It's America.
You're welcome.
Everyone's American.
Yeah, so see Charlie Wilson's War. It's
It's Charlie Wilson's War. That's the Tom Hanks film content lock of the week. So, let's go ahead and move on to our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps Fuck, Marry, Kill.
fuck. Ooh. Marry. Ooh. Kill. Ooh.
Wow, you guys brought it today with the theme music.
I've been drinking. I don't know what his excuse is.
I was thinking about it the whole episode when we were talking about Red Faction. And that's what I came up with.
All right, it's my turn. Poppascotch's turn
All right.
to pick two assholes. So we're going to do General Roth and Vasha.
Okay. Who's General Roth?
Is he the one at the end?
He was the guy not on the spaceship. He was the guy on Mars who was leading the EDF.
That you killed in the tank?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take the guy who shot your brother.
Just the random EDF pilot?
Yeah.
That dies instantly.
Does he die? I
I
thought
don't know. I
they
think
flew away.
he flies off.
No, I thought they killed all those guys.
Well, let's say he lived.
All right. All right. What are the choices again?
General Roth, Vasha, the pilot who killed Dan.
Well, we're marrying Vasha because that seems like a cool life.
The Marauders.
I'd love to be a marauder. They get some cool tech that people always want.
I feel like Vasha's into kinky stuff too, so that'd be cool.
I know. She wears that like punk shit.
I don't mean to judge, but they're probably bored with like straight stuff, right?
Yeah, I would
Like, straight
assume so.
sex?
Well,
Vanilla stuff.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. There we go.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, they're into that Martian kink. You don't even
Yeah.
know.
Probably positions
Yeah.
you've never heard of.
Reverse fling flam.
You mean besides on top and on bottom?
Whole realm of possibilities introduced.
All right, so we're marrying her.
Now you gotta fuck one and kill one of
Yeah,
the general.
they're interchangeable, really.
Nope, you gotta pick one. You gotta have a reason.
Let's fuck that general
Yeah, boy.
because he's got some power, and he's got to be the sub.
All right.
You guys know it's all about that power with me.
Yep. That's
Usually the power's the marrying one.
I know, but she was.
I guess she is powerful because she leads them.
she's the leader of the Marauders.
Yeah,
you know,
she's above and beyond either of these two jag.
So that means you got to kill the brother killer.
Kill the guy who killed my brother. Am I playing as Alec? I thought this was me.
No, this is Chump Slap. So
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll just kill some random dude.
there you go. That's the spirit. That's a soundbite right there. So that summary again: you're going to marry Vasha, you're going to murder the guy who killed Dan Mason, and then you're going to fuck General Roth.
Oh, Roth doesn't know what's got coming.
What if someone like made a whole bunch of like fan stuff about how Vasha is hooking up with General Roth and they're all hooking up with you, Chump Slap, and they wrote this all in a huge email and they wanted to send that to us? Where would they send that email?
You can send that to plottytime@gmail.com and send all your fan art too.
Absolutely. We'll look at it.
Post
we'll
it on
comment.
Instagram.
We'll love it. Let's say they wanted to get to us faster on the socials with like more explicit stuff. How could they get to us there, Dr. Scientist? We know you know.
Explicit stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At Plotty Time on Instagram and Twitter, and we will tweet and Instagram all the pictures you send.
Oh, we'll retweet and repost everything.
Absolutely. And if you wanted to, maybe look at a logo while our podcast plays, go to YouTube. Like and subscribe on the channel. That really helps us out. So get your ass over there.
Yeah.
Watch all the mukbangs.
Give us some.
Plus all them. The
ratings
future
and shit,
mukbangs.
too. Oh, there will be.
Tell
a
you what.
mukbang.
When we get 500 subscribers, I'll do a mukbang video.
All right, I'll make $499.
I'll start out to tweeting at people. Like, hey, my friend said he'll do a mukbang video if I get 500 followers.
He's gonna eat 10 bags of Big League Chew. Swallow
That's
it.
the second.
Oh, come on.
The second mukbang.
Could you imagine die?
Yeah. It's just going to sit in your stomach. That stuff doesn't digest.
I'll tell you what, if you are that 500th subscriber, you get to pick what I bang.
That's a sound clip.
12 grilled cheese burritos works any way you want.
I said 24. Remember, I corrected you last time. All right, that does it for us. So stay safe. Don't trust Dr. Scientist. We'll talk to you next week.
Peace.